Hello, it's December 3rd, and this message is for Nicole Malliotakis, who represents all of Staten Island and parts of southern Brooklyn. So I got your newsletter, Nicole, and it looks like you were busy this month with some things. You honored the veterans, you delivered turkeys, you celebrated an anniversary at a church, and you honored the people that built New York City. Just want to put in, those are immigrants usually. But what is not in your newsletter is a word about accountability for what's happening right now in this country. You did mention that the Dems should be held accountable for the closure of the government, but we all know that the Republicans are in the majority in both chambers and in the executive. And if you had told the truth, it would be that the GOP was responsible for the closure and should be held accountable. But the accountability that I'm looking for is something that every representative in the United States right now should be talking to their constituents about. But alas, you really don't talk to our constituents, so I'm hoping this message reaches you and you will tell us about it. The U.S. is currently bombing very small boats coming out of Venezuela, really small boats like speedboats, fishing boats. The boats really don't have the capacity to get to the United States because it's like 1,300 miles. The first strike was in September, so there's plenty of time to put something in your newsletter. We, the United States of America, have struck 21 times, killing 83 people. No one has any idea if there were drugs on the boats. There's no evidence to prove that. We also have no idea if these people were actually being trafficked. There's no evidence forthcoming from the Trump administration. And by the way, fentanyl doesn't come from Venezuela. Comes from other countries, but not from Venezuela. So every time they talk fentanyl and narco traffickers and narco terrorists, it's a whole lot of bullshit. Now, this week, I heard that they not only struck a boat, but they struck it a second time. They struck it a second time because there seemed to be two civilians still alive, hanging on to the boat. That action is against military law, totally against military law. It's quoted in military law as being against military law. Actually, the bombing... From my perspective, the bombing in the first place is against the law because we're not at war with Venezuela, but we're indeed killing them. So, Nicole, I need to know who's accountable for this. Is Trump accountable? Is Hetzek accountable? Are you accountable? What I do know is that you can be assured that when you are up for re-election, your constituents will hold you accountable for the actions of this administration. And those actions now have killed people. You own this, Nicole, and you should let your constituents know what is going on.